The Angry Birds Stella 500 got underway with the green flag from Coca Cola Super Speedway. The 7 of Aaron Frank starts on the pole. Coca Cola is one of the few tracks in the schedule that has been in the Pokemon Cup series in all 12 seasons. And you could probably see why. A lot of good racing happens here, and it's a fan favorite and also a driver's favorite at this track. The 6 of Mark Riggleman, our last winner from Blue Ridge, looks to go for 2 as he battles with the lead with pole setter Aaron Frank in the 7. And the 6 at this first lap, 6 is greater than 7, as you see Mark Riggleman went on to lead the first lap of the race, cleanly passing the 7 of Aaron Frank, and the 19 of Alex Hawkins would try to battle for second along with Mason Wood. Wood would win that battle, and later, just the next lap, Mason Wood would go for the lead on his own as he tries to go on the bottom of the 6 of Mark Riggleman. As the caution lights come out, our first caution of the day, we'll get to that in a bit. And as you see, the 44 Mason Wood takes the lead away. Matt McIntyre trying to get a final runoff to try to get to the lead, but Mason Wood holds him off to the caution flag. Now let's show you why we're under caution for the first time today. There you see 8 RJ Bishop got a little loose with Sean Harple, but this was the big wreck that caused it. A huge wreck involving Ian Dutta, Nicholas Guerrera, and Angel Navarro. And one other driver, oh yeah, Daniel Voiles must have gotten a bit of damage from that wreck. And a big wreck happening in the middle of the course. Then you see another wreck happening on the front of it, as you see the 2 Dylan Young get spun out, and he also hits the 40 of the 40 car, as you see the 2 goes upside down. And there's another view. Nathan Hudson, Isaiah Bernesh had the worst of it. Another view of the wreck, as you see the 14 is also involved. Austin Talley in the 40, here's his view. He got damaged a little bit, and he gets even more damage from the wreck that came after it. And well, the 40's day is pretty much done. So is the 43 and 28. They would be the first retirees of the race. The others would survive, albeit with damage. The 25, though, Matt McIntyre would take the lead on the restart over Mason Wood easily, and he easily gets it. He picks up where he left off from the last race to the caution, and Matt McIntyre, no surprise, takes the lead away from the 44, and the 6 tries to go on the bottom for second. He would take second, and on the next lap to the start-finish line, as you see, Mark Riggleman went on to retake the lead, getting drafting help from the 8 of RJ Bishop, who we saw earlier nearly get loose, but saving the car, and he was still able to get it up to top speed. Well, RJ Bishop would get shuffled out of line, and Aaron Frank tried to shuffle the 6 out of line as well, but Mark Riggleman was able to make his own save. But then eventually the 99 of Pichu, a little bump-to-bump action with the 6 machine, but Pichu would take the lead away with drafting help from the 20 Connor Breton. But this was all a plan set up for him so that Breton could take the lead all to himself. Here comes the 20 of Breton trying to get on the bottom as another winner this season, looking to also become a 2-time winner in Coca Cola. Aaron Frank in the 7 trying to giving him a little bit of a nudge, but he saves it. Nudges him down, but the 20 saved it and led that lap. But here's the 31 Sean Harple. It would open the room for the 31 as he survived also the spin out from the 8 with RJ Bishop. And here comes Harple, getting drafting help from the 22 Jasmine Acosta. But Acosta, though, would get on the bottom, getting drafting help of her own from Jordan Davis. And you know Davis is a past champion, so he knows what to do. And Jasmine Acosta, though, would not get enough run to go for her own lead. Harple went on to hang on, and Jordan Davis would shuffle Jasmine Acosta on her own and take the second spot away, with help from Trevor Gelfie in the 93. And we go 3-wide racing as Sean Harple led to the stripe on lap 11. But we had our second caution of the day shortly after. The 18 of Jack Blake got spun by the 4 of Chris Washer, but that was not the end of Chris Washer's reign of terror, as right after he spins out the 18, he gets right up into the 88 of Cody Hagan, and they both go for a spin. Couple drivers with damage, but boy, I don't know why Washer went. on a rampage of terror to bring out our second caution of the race. Everyone pitted under the caution flag, period, but Sean Harper would keep his lead on the restart, but it wasn't long until Trevor Gelfie in the 93 was waiting for him on the bottom, and he went on to make the kill and go for the lead, and would take the lead on the stripe with just 10 laps to go with Coca Cola. But on the very next lap, though, the 5 of Zachary Chambers would get his own shot at the lead, and he went on to get a bigger run than the 93 had and would take the lead. But on the very next lap, there you see the 32, Ian Dutta, the former winner of this season, getting his own drafting help and getting in the front of the position and getting the lead. Look at 36, Daniel Voiles getting a run, a little bit of a run there, battling for the lead, and he would try to battle 32 for the lead with drafting help from the 12 of Webster Zangarde, and the 36 of Voiles went on to take the lead on the 19th lap. But on the very same lap, heading down to the stripe, Joshua Balkin in the 97 would give a little nudge to the 36, and he would get the lead on his own. Sean Harper, though, standing on the bottom, he's trying to retake the lead. As you see, we have 7 laps to go here at Coca Cola Superspeedway. The 10 of George Rourke, however, even with no partner to help him out, he still gets a good run on the bottom to go for the lead. As you see, 40 Austin Talley near start finish line really slow up the car. We saw him earlier getting really slow. But anyway, George Rourke went on to take the lead, but Roman Rahal in the 66 would charge on by. Zachary Chambers on the next lap would take the lead, but this was all Rahal's plan, to have the 5 draft him up, and then 66 would go for the bait, and the 66 would go under the 5 of Chambers for the lead with just 5 laps to go at Coca Cola. Rahal was a former Final Four finalist in season 11, and if he wins again, he might have a chance to repeat his success. As you see, whoa, Connor Brayton got really aggressive on the 24 Benjamin Miles. The move does not pay off as he loses a lot of momentum. Benjamin Miles was able to keep second, but Roman Rahal would go to the bottom. No challenge from the 24s. The caution came out for the final time today, and this race will end under caution. And you see drivers making contact on the back of the leaders. Rahal would take the lead under the caution flag. The race would end under caution, like I said, and here's why. This was the wreck from the back. Jordan Davis in the 1, really big damage, and he goes upside down. And also, there was some drama near pit road as well. And here, as you see, Connor Breton, we saw him earlier getting really, really aggressive. And it doesn't pay off. As you see, he gets involved as Joshua Balkin spins like a top, hitting on the pit wall. Here's an onboard camera of Jordan Davis of the final wreck of the race, and he goes for a couple barrel rolls. The camera goes off for just about a few seconds because he was upside down during that point, but then he would land right side up miraculously and would walk out of his car fine. But that wreck would end the race under caution, and coming off the final corner, Roman Rahal of Nick Parasol's racing team will get their first win of season 12, and the first former chaser to win this season, former chaser from last season, to win this season at the Angry Birds Stella 500 at Coca Cola Superspeedway. That means our 5 of the last 6 races have ended under caution, and they have been lucky enough that they happened because, well, you know. Anyway, Rahal gets the win. Miles would keep second, Chambers third, Walton fourth, Jack Blake survives in fifth, Pichu sixth, Matt McIntyre seventh, Sean Harper eighth, Ian Dutta and Mark Riggleman round out the top 10. And I'm surprised Blake actually got a top 5 after getting spun out by Chris Washer early in the race. Mason Wood led the most laps, but as you see from the rest of the field, he finished in 19th, a disappointing run. Could have won it, but he just was shuffled out at the wrong time. And we scroll down bottom of the ones unlucky, down a lap, wrecked out. And a lot of drivers wrecked out completely. So anyway, by the way, Angel Navarro got the Heartbreak Award, finishing from 6th all the way to 40th. Next race, get your zombie survival kits ready. It's The Walking Dead $4.99. See you at Zombie Spaceport.